And so I told him, if you need a corp, you should at least get one that's ethically sourced. Oh, hey! Oh, don't panic. Sorry, you've got something on your shoulder. I got it. Hold on. Oh, look at that! It's Lucy, the shibari spinning spider. Everyone say hello to Lucy. What's that? Oh no, that's terrible. Apparently some overexcited trick-or-treaters ran through Lucy's web, and now she needs a new one. Well, don't worry, Lucy. I'll help you build a new one. And while we're at it, I can show all of you how to do one too. But first, we gotta talk about safety. And you can't be safe if you're not thick. T is for training. You need to train if you're gonna be practicing kink. Whether you learn through online tutorials, books, or in person, you need to be educated about kink. You never want to go in blind. H is for hazard aware. Every kink has some risk associated with it, and it's your responsibility to know what those risks are and take steps to mitigate them. For us, a big part of that is keeping a pair of safety shears nearby. It's better to cut your ropes than to cut someone's life short. I is for informed. You need to tell your partner about anything you plan on doing during a session, and they should be telling you everything that they plan on doing. There should be no surprises from either side, because if you're not informed, you can't consent. The first C is for consent. Remember, animals, children, and people under the influence cannot consent. You can't threaten someone into consent, and consent can be revoked at any time. And our second C is for communication. We need to be communicating with our partner throughout the entire session to avoid accidents and unintentional discomfort. Remember, everyone is a safety, and we're all responsible for mitigating our own risks. Alright, Lucy, if you're ready, let's show these nice people how to tie a spider web harness. To start off, we're going to use a 50-foot rope, and we're also going to use a 25-foot rope. Now we're going to find the center of our 50-foot and make a bite, and then from that bite, we're going to make 2 bites about 2.5 feet long. Then we'll make 2 additional bites on either side of those, so we should have a total of 4 bites. We're going to be using these bites to make our starburst knot, and that's going to form the base of our spider web. To tie our starburst knot, we're going to start with our running end by folding it over this first bite, and then that bite is going to fold over our running end and the second bite, and then the next bite will fold over the next 2, and then the next bite will fold over the next 2. Now this last bite is going to fold over the one that we just laid on top of it, but then it's going to go through this opening that we made with the running end. Now one by one we pull our bites in, tightening this knot. As we do, we want to take special care to make sure there are no twists or tangles in this rope. We want it looking nice and neat. And once you've got your starburst knot tightened up, it should look something like this. Now, let's move on to our partner. So the way we're going to do this, we want our running end to go over the shoulders of our partner, the center of our starburst knot to be just below the sternum, and then each of these loops is going to be going around the limbs. It may be easier for your partner to step into the 2 bottom loops first, and then put their arms through the top loops. My partner doesn't have arms or legs, which comes with its own set of challenges. But once all the loops are around all the limbs, we can start taking out the slack. To do that, we're going to start by taking the slack from in between the legs and feeding it through our starburst knot and into the arm loops. Then pull the slack from under the arms, feed it through the knot again, and pass it over the shoulders. Be sure to check with your partner that there's an even tension on all 4 loops and that no one loop is notably tighter than any of the rest. then around to our partner's back. We're going to lace them up corset style. First, cross the ends, and starting with our partner's right side, we'll feed the rope through the arm loops, then bend the rope back, and then we'll take the rope down and under itself, and pull the slack out until it's snug, but be careful not to over-tighten. Lucy is waiting on my wall, being very patient indeed. Then we'll do the same on the left side. Cross, thread it through, bend it back, down and under. We're going to be doing this twice on each arm loop, and once on each leg loop. Again on the right side, through the loop, bend, down and under itself. Once more on the left side, through the loop, bend back, then down and under. Now we can adjust. We want to place our top set of bends about halfway down the shoulder. The second set, we want a few inches below the underarm. Be sure to communicate with your partner, make sure they're still comfortable and happy. The next two bends will go through the leg loops. Adjust these bends so they sit just above your partner's hip bones. So cross, through, bend, and under. Then one more bend on the left leg loop. Cross, through, bend, down and under. Now, let's cross again, but this time, we're doing something a little different. Make a bite. Then feed that bite through the leg loop. Now feed the end through the bite and pull tight. Now we'll do the same on the other side. Make a bite. Feed it under. Feed our running end through the bite. What we're making here is a munter's hitch. These will help lock in the tension right where we want it, so we can make any final adjustments to the back here if we need to. Once that's done, we'll take our rope on the left side of our partner and lead it around their left hip, all the way to the other side of the left leg loop. Here, we'll go under, bend it back, then down and under itself. Then we're gonna wrap it around again, under and down. And to tie it off here, we'll make another munter's hitch by making a bite, feeding it down and under, and sending the running end through the bite. Cinch it tight and do the same on the opposite side. Around the right hip, then under, and bend back the opposite side of the right leg loop, then under and down. Wrap it under and down one more time. And finish off with a munter's hitch, making a bite, feeding it under, and then feeding your rope through the bite. This will form the base of our spider web, but as you can see, we have a lot more rope left over. This is going to be your homework. I can't wait to see what you do with it. Now we're going to grab our 25-foot rope. This one's a little thinner gauge, about 1/4 inch or 3/8. We'll begin by attaching it to the base close to the center near the starburst knot. Start by wrapping the rope twice around the base, then passing your end over your standing end and through the loops. Then pull tight. This is the beginning of an anchor hitch. Next, we're going to be making a long series of clove hitches, so you're going to be very good at those by the end of this tutorial. First, pass your running end around the base. Then, cross your standing end and around the base again. Then thread your rope under itself and pull tight. Oh, Lucy got a little excited there. Now as we do this, we want to be slowly leading our rope away from the center of the body, creating a spiraling pattern. This will give us that spooky spiderweb look. We can also use our spiral rope to adjust the base by adding tension between knots or giving slack. We do this to make the base lines appear more evenly spaced around the body. This will give your web a nice symmetrical look once it's finished. So here on the left side, I'm creating more tension by pulling the rope tight before I finish my clove hitch. And on my partner's right side, I'm giving it a little slack so I can pull the base line out when I tie my next clove hitch. And once we only have a little bit of rope left, we're going to finish by threading our end through the nearest clove hitch, then tying 2 half hitches around the spiral rope. Around and through itself. Around again and through itself one last time. And pull it tight. And that's it. Just some small adjustments there. Some small adjustment. And that's it, we're done. That's our spider web harness. Don't forget about your homework. I'd love to see what you do with all this extra rope. Now the moment of truth, to see if Lucy likes it. I think she likes it. Success! And there you have it, the spider web harness. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as Lucy is enjoying her new home. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with some people that you know. If you would like to help support my work even further, there's a link to my Patreon in the description below. Thank you very much, Stefano, for all your help, and thank you for staying to the end of the video. That's all for now. I hope to see you next time, but until then, have fun in there.